So do we have Nigel? No. No, Richard. Paul Lawton? No. Ross McFarlane? We do. Welcome, Ross.
Good morning, all.
Thanks for coming in. You've got 5 minutes and you can...
Thank you for the opportunity. Ross McFarlane, resident of Hallsville, 30-odd years. Pretty involved in the community in various ways, involved in many of the planning processes, right back to what was the Crete study, Christchurch Environment Transport Study, District Plan, Southwest Area Plan. I live in the area, I work in the area, and I farmed very badly in the area. I also, when I was on the community board for Hallsville, I set the lower speed limits of 40k an hour through the Longhurst Knightstream subdivisions. I reckon I had the record because I received the first ticket for going 42 kilometres an hour in that area. I proudly work now as the school caretaker at the local school, about 80 hours a week, of which very little are paid. You have 35 nationalities go to that school. We started in 2019 with 85 pupils. We have 430 now. Just finished another classroom block for another 300. It'll take us to 700 in the year 25-26. We're heavily into cycling at school. We have a jump track and a pump track, and just yesterday and today actually at school we have your school cycle safe program. So thanks for that support, and please keep that funded. 35 nationalities, some kids just don't own a bike, and it's their first opportunity with encouragement from others rather than mum and dad whipping them along to get on a bike. So it's really positive, so thanks for that. If you're ever in the area, take a bike ride out there, have a look around. Right, my submission, which we're going to fly through now. Interactive consultation process was great. Congratulations to the staff. It was very well done. I have a few buts. I personally have concern though where a person likes or dislikes a comment on that interactive submission, as it may influence somebody else from making a full submission. Or a person may think that likes or dislikes contribute or oppose a submission. I don't think that's really positive. Also, early submissions. This one run over, I think, about 2.5 months. Early submissions get obviously the most likes or dislikes, and if you're like me, you put your submission on the last day, you get very little likes or dislikes. So just on that. Focus today, as per submission, is the engineering component of the 3 E's of the Road to Zero approach, which has brought about the opportunity to reduce speed limits throughout the city. The focus of today, reading the same line again, engineering. You have control over this. Either it is what we're discussing here today, or in a more indirect way, using your planning and transport teams. There's 2 mistakes I hope that are published in Appendix F of your agenda today, which do not appear logical, and I'll get through these now. Oops, wrong button.
The down arrow.
Enter. Where are we?
The down arrow.
Down.
Yep.
Yes, that's the board area. Green area, the green dot, is the Major Springs Road, Marshes Road roundabout. It is effectively the off-ramp into Hallsville and Rigram for motorway traffic. The next off-ramp is the Kirtletts Road off-ramp before the motorway becomes an expressway at Brougham Street. That new roundabout is very, very effective at getting traffic from the motorway onto that yellow line, which is Wincops Road. My submission says that that road needs to change from its present 40 status to 30k an hour as a real barrier to Selwyn traffic rat running. The community board recently, I'm not sure if it has come to council as a Part A yet, but proposed for a number of speed cushions, ramps at the roundabout, all trying to slow that traffic down. The roundabout has unfortunately had 1 death last year where a bus hit a cyclist, and also we've had a teacher from school knocked off her bike at that that same intersection. Speed bumps, I touched on those. Just on those, rather than invest in speed bumps and speed cushions, would a simple reduction in 30k an hour solve that? Moving on quickly. Yeah, that whole Hallsville area, there's a lot of roads shown on there with new subdivisions, but would it take a great deal to change it all to yellow? There's one particular mistake I think should be changed to 30. That's Nichols Road, a mere 500 metres long. Every side road of that is 30k. Why not make the yellow strip there 30k? Won't be any more signs because the ones that you're not using where the yellow dots are will go where the red dots are. Engineering from a planning perspective, we try to get the kids to bike to school. This is the main road, Skibbereen Drive, that leads to Richmond Ave and Caulfield Ave. One new subdivision, not opened yet, fully marked with the cycle lane. The bigger major subdivision, it's called Matai Springs by the Fletcher Company. No on-road cycleway marked, and that happens in many places in Hallsville. Another piece of engineering, the developer's made to put a stop in, a removable stop from a pathway to get the mower in to mow the park. The kids, that is their only way to school, but no bridge to get across the creek. Okay, so what do the parents do? They put them in the car and take them. So that's my submission. The lower you go, the less the mess. So thank you for your time.
Thank you for coming in, Ross. That's really, really interesting. Okay, do we have Paul?